Yeah, GM is space. All right, so we are about to begin, and first of all, my apologies for us not having Market Watch live yesterday. We did our best to hold Market Watch live the afternoon towards the evening, but we really had bad network. But then we've been dedicated, we've been disciplined, we've been steadfast in hosting Market Watch, regardless, of whether how we feel or network feels like. And it's important to us that you start your investing and trading week by understanding the three market events you should watch out for. These three market events that are capable of movement, and you could position to make money regardless, with the market if you know this market event. And also we look at the we also look at technicals, which will look at what BTC is most likely to do, with price. And we've been very steadfast in calling price movement. For many of you who just started following me, let me say for the past 2 years, many of you know us for calling 16, 17K as the bottom of the last bear market and 24K as the beginning of led you throughout almost every phase the market made to 110K BTC. That drawdown that took us to about 70, I think 75, 76K, and we also called for an upward continuation to as much as 126K BTC, and also told you reasons why BTC will start moving down and why we are playing defense. But one thing we've been able to do, so most of you know us for doing these calls, but this is not, it's doing this for the past 2 years. Many persons who have been with us, different market circle. Our goal and our blueprint here at the Smart Investors Lodge is to always buy during bear market and always sell during bull market. And we've been able to do this as a community, also coaching our private clients, get life-changing results following market circles. And so without further ado, this is Market Watch Live, and I'm Gilbert Joekpata. And every week I break down the key market events and also BTC and altcoin outlook, and also give you market strategy, the market in any direction. And I want you to stick with me onto this life. I'm on a journey. This journey is going to take you ahead of ahead of 90% of the curve. This journey is going to take you ahead of 90% of market participants. So I'm going to show you today a bigger picture of what's happening in BTC, what we are going to do in the micro term, mid term, and also long term. And this will help you prepare. This could help you position to know where the money is at. It will help you position to know when to take profits, for those of you who have micro term investment, where you could position also, to come out of the market. Yes, you see me using build on call. By the way, to those building on call, I'm not building on call anyway. This is so that you won't look at me and think that I'm building on call. However, I think core is doing something amazing anyway. So stick with me without further ado. And if you're watching me live, go to the comment section, type live. Let me know the city or the country you are watching us from. Those of you who will be listening to the also type replay. Regardless, we decided we're going to host this to regardless of what's happening. And I know majority of you will be listening to the replay. And please do yourself good. Listen, watch this replay to the end. You're going to learn a lot of things. So let's dive and see what's happening. As we dive into the new investing and trading a week. What are the three market events we're watching out for? Top on our list happened yesterday is the quantum network hard fork. So quantum was on the news last year where the so blockchain until it was taking over. We're just trying to show it to make quantum align with BTC's version. So this it's like imagine like your phone, you're updating your phone to the latest version of iPhone. So that is what quantum is doing. So they are aligning, they have updated created their network to be aligned with BTC and Ethereum, the Ethereum Petra upgrade. So this is major. Typically, what this will do is, so far with the kind of news quantum, I think is going to increase investors' confidence, and most investors will position in quantum. And regardless, news like this always make traders always front news like this. So you would have seen also reflected also on the price of quantum. What's happening in the US economy, if things are getting better or if things are going bad. But this is always very important because data sentiment and also price direction. But we want to make sure the CPA, as forecasted 2.7 or even something lower. If we have any number higher than this, it will lead us into a dove. And then last but not the least, which is happening on Thursday, is a token unlock. So StackNet is about 127 of their token, approximately 4.8% of its circulating supply on Thursday. So unlocks like this always lead to price going downwards. I know some traders and SIL Smart Investors Logic like this and short the market because they know prices will be going down. So they take a bet that it's going down and they make money while this is happening. So typically token unlocks like that because there is always more, when more tokens are getting into the market. So let's look at this in the once there's more supply and the demand cannot catch up with the amount like typically it always leads to a price decline or a price sell off. So these are the three market events we are watching out for. And one thing I want you to know is that they are capable of market, which means they are capable of moving the market to the upside. So smart investors and all of us here, the smart investors lodge, we're watching out for these three market events. So meanwhile, if you have any question in regards to these three market events or even the technical market technically, so if you have any question, drop it in the comment section, even if you're watching the replay. So next market watch, I would not mind next market. Shout out to there's this young man, there's this that last week dropped a message on Discord. He was thanking us for that he could not join us for the last Monday's Adigun. He was saying compliments, Smart Investors Launch. Thank you for what you have done for me under your mentorship, and I'm somebody he wants to emulate. Thank you. He says, unable to join last week technical analysis. Watch the replay and things were playing out perfectly, especially it's Soul reaching $140, falling back to 120 support zone. He said, you're doing well, boss. Thank you for feedbacks like this. Feedback like this are things that encourages me, to do more of what I do here. And especially some of you, there was that last ask the analyst that we had. Somebody was like, the accuracy of how we're able to do price forecast inspired him to start technical analysis and he's cashing up. Stories like this, reviews like this are things that encourage me to do what I do. And beyond also this, I will also want you, especially who gave me this. I would like you also to do the technical analysis. I'm gonna host. They say I can't share my screen. This says you have gain access to control. Why can't I share my screen? Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, let me know. I thought I thought my screen. Yeah, Mr. Godspar is watching live. Please Can is my screen being seen? If you can see my screen, just so we dive into some. It's quite important. I want you to be part of everything. In feedback, is my screen being seen? Who's going to give me a feedback? Let me know. Looks like still not. Okay, even though the feedback from you guys, I think. See, lots of things are happening in the market. You could see it looks like the market wants to last last week we talked about the market showing which is an ascending triangle shows us that the market and we taught you that much of what it means but then uh, right, so it can be seen so you could see something who knows what this is called? Who knows what this is called sure of what's happening in the market. So BTC is about doing something. This pattern head and shoulder. So this head and shoulder always lead to a price. This is a potential head pattern that it's about to form. So for this to form, it means that BTC needs to have some upside. So the question now is BTC go BTC for this to form? It means that BTC needs to have an upside move. However, this will lead us into a sell off, a major sell off. So now let's look what's happening. So on the 1 week time, BTC is showing us sign that a head and shoulder pattern is print it. So if the head and shoulder Okay, I think I'm back. I think I am back. Network took me out. But potentials, there's still potential right here, you know, for an upward grind. So this upward of a bear flag may is up to take us. Let me cut this out. The sell off. But let's look also in a smaller time frame. Let's move on a smaller time frame. Let's do a 4 hours. Let's see something that's still happening and why BT like it's ready for some kind of healing trials. Remember when we first showed you the ascending triangles and we explain why this is about to become upside. So we break out from this ascending triangle and it tells us already that buyers are beginning to take the market. So buyers taking over the market means that it's going to move us still potentially now on intense. And if we work on the time frame, our BA, the, the, the head and we notice us if it's not what evidence. First of all, we are moving in a smaller time frame of one lag, two on the 1 day time frame, and then on the 4 hour time frame we have the ascending triangle. So bigger time frame, the market is pushing us that there's going to be a major sell-off. On the 1 day time frame, is still signaling us on a major sell-off. However, okay, let's do this. So on the 1 week, the market is signaling us that we may have what sell off that may lead us down to anything else. On the 1 D frame, time frame, let's see what market signals are we getting on the bear flag. And the bear flag also should lead us to what? Normally, bear flags when here anyway, but we're not. But then let's look at something. I think this really confirm is the bull back, or this is a classical or trade the cryptocurrency market, you have to make sure investing. Meanwhile, a little bit of some shout out to Mr. God's power. Let me. So, greetings, Mr. God's Mr. God's I see you, Mr. God's from the UK. Thank life and also participating in the conversation. So don't forget, watching out for. Also note what I've spent time to show you technically. This is showing us a super imposing head and shoulder pattern potential. Time frame is showing also BF flag. However, in the 4 hour time frame is an upward continuation. So we are not in for a major recovery. This recovery is just some classical bear trap, that is building that's going to take a couple of time before it. Adigun, I see you. Shout watching us live from Lagos. I gave you a shout out why I started. I saw your review. You drop on Discord, saying how you missed our live session, but yet you watched the replay and the market was playing out, just as we anticipated. You also talked about Soul that we anticipated will go to $140 and then down to support of 120. It's people like you who come to Market Watch, you participate and give us review that strengthens us to do much of what we do and how we do it. Meanwhile, thanks to everybody who is showing up. So if you want to master the cryptocurrency, if you want to master, if you want to master, first of all, if you know you want to start this or crypto journey,